teachings of the sword. Islam have to pay attention to the teachings of the sword. Future tense. They have to put away the teachings of the peace, the old religion. This is the teachings of the sword. They shall fly upon the shoulders of Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab. The children of Ammon shall obey them. So Moab, who's Moab? Let's find out. Against Moab said the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, woe unto Nebo, for it is spoiled. Ketemish is confounded and taken, Misgab is confounded and dismayed. There shall be no more praise of Moab in Heshbon. See, Heshbon was evil. So basically it goes on to say that Moab went up from the cities, he's above us, and he hasn't been empty from vessel to vessel, neither has he gone into captivity. There is Moab had been at ease from his youth. He had settled in his lees, he had not been empty from vessel to vessel, neither had he gone into captivity. Therefore his taste and his scent remain in, it's not changed. So he's the one that eats human flesh. So we go back here to this book. They shall lay their hands upon Edom and Moab. So this is about the sword. It says in here, look, cursed is the man who keeps back his sword from blood. Cursed is he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed is he that keepeth back his sword from blood. So there's a race of creatures, well, they were probably humans and they're above us, the parasites. And in the battle between Michael and his angels, Michael has a sword. Just what Jesus says, think not that I am come to bring peace on earth. So he's not bringing the religion of peace. And Muhammad says that the religion of the sword, the teachings of the sword override the religion of peace. So the second part of the message is to the Muslims. That's what this is saying. But the sword, for I am come to set man at variance against his father. So basically, most people, a lot of people probably won't accept the second part of the message. Even though Muhammad was a firm believer in Jesus, and he said this, the teaching of the sword override the teachings of what he gave. So Michael the Archangel will stand for the children, and there'll be a war in heaven. And here's what it says, and there was war in heaven, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought back and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil or Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, and was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice in heaven saying, now is come the salvation and strength. Remember, be strong, I've made your face strong, and the kingdom of God and the power of his Christ. For the accuser of the brethren is cast down, which accused them before God day and night. And he overcame him with the blood of the Lamb. The teachings of Jesus is the blood of the Lamb. Now, if you want to be part of the victory over Satan, you have to believe that Jesus shed his blood to defeat Satan, and they overcame him with the teachings of with the blood of the Lamb, and by the word of the testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. So whatever happens in the battle in heaven with the angels, with the evil angels, here they are, hold on a second. Moab went up, so he's above us. The calamity of Moab is near to come, and his affliction hasten fast. So he comes to the earth with great wrath, and when you see him standing in the holy place, you have to leg it to the mountains. So there's a bit of time to get, because he has a scent and his taste remain in him. So the teaching of the sword, give wings unto Moab that he may flee and get away. Therefore city said, so he had cities, but he's not in them anymore. He went up him and Lilith. Lilith is probably more, because Lilith is the one that's depicted in the old Hebrew text as being the temptress in the garden who tempted Eve. God made Eve because Lilith was a bitch. So basically that's it, the teachings of the sword. Muhammad said the teachings of the sword. Michael the Archangel is depicted with a sword. And Michael the Archangel, great prince, will stand for their children of his people. Here's the thing, in the Old Testament, Job was the Lord's favourite on the earth. He wasn't even allowed to look at young girls. So you're probably not even in good state with the Lord. I'm not saying that he doesn't love you. You shouldn't be looking at young girls. If Job can't look at young girls, you can't look at young girls. You can't touch young girls. You can't go near them. Simple as that. They're not for you. So what we have here, the great dragon was cast out, the old serpent called Satan, who deceiveth the whole world. So basically what you have is pyramids and stuff like that, sucking all the vapour out of the earth. And these Moabites are above us. There's supposed to be several different races of what they're calling aliens. I don't believe in aliens, because there they are there. There's a few different races. It tells you that Edom and Moab and Ammon, they went up. So they were flying the shoulders, the angels. They call people with wings angels. That's just the people in the words of Elijah. That's us. So we fly on the shoulders of Philistines towards the west. They shall spoil them of the east. The east are heathen, and they have loads of idolatry. The idolatry has to be cast out, has to be destroyed, and all the temples. Then that will bring about the resurrection.